see it as directed in.
You gotta wait.
Executive session.
I gotta call the municipal authority to order now.
Same thing I just said.
Okay, what he said. Have a motion and a second to
Aye.
approve as discussed in executive session. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and second to adjourn. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Call to order the Midwest City Memorial Hospital Authority.
Okay, first item is discussion consideration of approving the minutes of the staff briefing and regular meetings of June 23rd, 2015 as submitted.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion and second. All in favor say aye. Any
Aye.
opposed?
Second item, discussion consideration of action to reallocate assets, change fund managers, or make changes in the statement of investment policy guidelines and objectives. No action is necessary. The third item is discussion consideration of approving a project to place private utilities underground on the south side of Southeast 15th Street, beginning at Midwest Boulevard and extending approximately 1,400 feet to the west. You've got my memo in there. The only thing that I would add was that we've got some estimates on the Cox relocation in the amount of about $340,000.
Move to approve.
Second.
We're gonna have discussion.
Aye.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
Well, let's talk about it then.
Well, that's what I mean.
Is that why I say discussion?
Yeah, we do, but we can still talk about it if you want.
Yeah, there's the
Well,
discussion.
I just think, I mean, unless we know, if there's gonna be something come in there that's gonna let us recoup that money in the form of sales tax, maybe. But, like we talked about in pre-council, you know, we may be looking at $1 million to bury $1,400 worth of utility lines. And that's gonna get the lines on the north side of the street, but on the south side, we got the main feeder lines that are gonna still be there. Now, I realize the city gets the easement, and there may be some green space that comes up in it, maybe look some better, but $1 million is $1 million.
I'd like to give an example on that same line.
Go ahead.
I look at this project, it's going to beautify the area, and I think it's going to bring business.
Are you on? I'm not.
Yeah, it's
Okay, okay.
And I see it very similar to our Soldier Creek Industrial Park, where I've heard the saying, if you build it, it will come, and there's no one coming yet. And I'm not saying that's not a good idea. That is a good idea, that Soldier Creek Industrial Park. And this is a part of town that has not got a lot of attention. We put a lot of money into 29th Street. This is, comparing the two other projects that I mentioned, that's a lot more money. This is a small amount, and the private developer, he's going to put a lot of money in. He's going to redo all the buildings. I think it's going to be good for the area.
How do we know that, though?
How do we know we're going to put stuff at Soldier Creek Industrial Park?
But that's public property. We own that. The difference is that there we're improving public property. Here you're talking about improving private property with no consideration, no.
Well, okay, what about,
Well,
because
let-
if he goes belly up, it's still gonna be an improvement that somebody else will be able to take advantage of. So how about if he doesn't take advantage of it, he's gotta pay us back a certain percentage of it or something?
Well, but that's what I'm saying. There has to be an agreement. There has to be some consideration.
The only problem is
The
if
city
he
can't
goes
just-
bankrupt, you won't get the money out of him anyway.
Are we talking about Joe Atkinson?
It depends upon the LLC that's set up to fund that. I mean, Donald Trump does it.
Well, what, you said he's gonna put some money in the building.
He wants to put a food,
The goal would be to put in a
Park
health food store.
trucks, sir.
But it may be something else.
Oh.
That's a goal.
Did I say
Did
that?
you really say that?
You said also,
He's gonna charge him rent. That's exactly.
He's
what
going to
it is.
improve the building.
but that's the only problem I have. We're doing everything based on what he says he's gonna do. I mean, that's an important part of town, it still comes back to.
I think even if he doesn't, say he puts no money into the area, but we go in and we clean that up and we put in trees and we improve the area, that part of town is better off. It looks better. It's going to be more appealing to the residents in the area. It's overall better.
Well, if he wants to make it look better, he can put in green space and trees without moving the high lines. I mean, there's like 4 poles and 3 overhead wires that go down that mile. And then on the other side, you got a whole litany of stuff that's on the south side. And we're gonna spend $1 million to get rid of those 3 telephone poles and those 4 wires that run down through there? I mean, I just think that I got a problem spending taxpayers' money for that. especially in light of the fact that we have no idea what's gonna come in, and it's for an individual instead of a public
All
use.
right,
And
then
there's
I'll
always,
withdraw my motion.
and then there's always things that come up. You know, we talked about the deal with the school and the possibility of that, and that was gonna be major bucks. And that $1 million in that project could really be important.
Dee, I'll
that didn't
withdraw
work
my
out.
motion. I'd like to, you've talked me into it. I'd like to see more.
Well, and I'm not saying I'm dead set
No,
against
but-
it if we have more information.
That's what I'm saying. I'm withdrawing my motion. I wanna wait until I see a little bit more commitment as to what's going to go there and that we know that there's going
I
to be
just
something.
way too many unanswered questions to
I mean, I
start.
know we've got a meeting scheduled with him Friday. And
Yeah.
so,
And, you know,
Well, can we take no action on this then?
Yes.
Then let's
Can
do
take
that.
no
I
action.
withdraw my motion.
I'll withdraw my motion, but I'd also like to apply the principle to future projects that we don't dedicate funds unless we know it's going to go there. That should
Yeah,
be
no,
my
I
wish.
I
That's a
think
good
that's a
point.
wise thing, and I agree with that.
Okay, then I just withdraw it and let's take no action and let's hear
Okay.
some more.
So do we need a motion to take no action?
No, you just don't do anything.
Just don't take
You
action.
just, yeah, we just
All
move to
right.
the next item.
New business, public discussion for the Midwest City Memorial Hospital Authority. Executive session.
this is discussion consideration one of entering into executive session as allowed under 25 OS Section 307C10 to confer on matters pertaining to economic development, including transfer of property, financing, or creation of a proposal to entice a business to remain or locate within the city, and two, an open session authorizing action as appropriate based upon the discussion in executive session.
Move to go to executive session.
Second? Second?
I think if we want,
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Can we stay here? So
we
mic
can
off?
stay here if Bill,
Hey, Guy,
yes.
I'm gonna have to run though.
Oh.
Let's figure